Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 9. Hope everybody's having a good week. It's actually turned out to be a pretty nice week. And getting ready for Thanksgiving weekend, which will be nice to take a little pause. I don't take too many pauses, but times like this is always nice to, see family or just spend time with them. So I hope you're all going to be able to do the same. So yeah, episode 9 already. Thank you. Honestly, I really appreciate everybody that is still watching, enjoying the content, sending me ideas. It's really appreciated. And so actually this one today comes from a question that I got last week about annuities. So I figured, you know what? Today we are going to talk about annuities. So when it comes to annuities, there's a lot of different types. Anything from a term certain annuity, a lifetime annuity, guaranteed, non-guaranteed. So it could be a bit complex. So you definitely want to speak to a professional, somebody that is licensed in being able to do annuities. And I really highly recommend that, especially if you're coming around the time of retirement and or age 71, when you have to convert any RRSPs that you have to convert them out of an RRSP and into a RIF or an annuity or something like that. So I would suggest you talk to somebody. If not me, somebody you know that is licensed in it, knows about it. Talk to them, because there's a lot of benefits when it comes to annuities. And a lot of times, especially when it's stuck in a RIF, there are minimums you have to take, there are maximums that you can take. And the problem with RIFs is that at one point or another, if you outlive that money, there's no more money coming in. Where something like a lifetime annuity, it's there for your lifetime. So it doesn't matter if you live till 80, 90, 100, 120. Those monthly payments continue to come in. They don't change. Whatever it was on day one, it's going to be on day whatever, 1,000, 10,000, whatever it is down that line. So that is something to think about. And especially if you're kind of worried about how am I going to be able to, survive for X amount of years. So whenever it comes to annuities, one of the things that I want to tell you is that you don't want to put all of your money into an annuity. Even though annuities are fantastic, you want to be careful, because the money that you do put in an annuity, there's no way to get it out. Once it's in for good, and there's no changing your mind, and there's no halfway through trying to take it out for an emergency, your roof needs changing, you want to take a trip, whatever it is, it doesn't happen. So that's why I always recommend to have, that security blanket, that stash, that rainy day stash, whatever it is. Make sure to keep that or keep a percentage so that when those emergencies come up and you might need a bigger lump sum, you'll have it. So always keep that in mind when you're thinking about getting an annuity. Now, when it comes to term certain annuities or lifetime annuities, really the difference between the two, a term certain is an annuity that lasts for a certain term. So it could be a 10-year annuity, 20-year annuity. Sometimes what will happen is, just give you an example, a parent wants to leave money behind for a child, but the child is young currently, or doesn't want the child to get a full lump sum, or any beneficiary really. You can set it up where it's going to go into an annuity, like let's say with a segregated fund. You can set it up. So that's usually with the term certain. Also, Some people may have to pay, I don't know, could be anything. A parent wants to pay for a child's school, so he gets a 5-year annuity where every year, he's already put that amount up front, which, to tell you the truth, he's actually saving, because they're going to give him probably a little bit more with the interest that is going to incur. So he'll be able to pay for, let's say, university, a 4-year university, puts in that annuity. Every year the payments come out and the university gets paid. That's just one example. It's rare, but just to give you that example of what a term type of annuity would be. Now, a lifetime annuity is really for the lifetime, for your lifetime, or the lifetime of the annuitant is the person receiving that annuity. So that person there for their entire life, like I said earlier, it doesn't matter if they live till they're 80, 90, 100, 120, they're going to get that monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annual payment, however it's set up. That's what they're going to get, and it's never going to stop, and it's always going to continue. Now, you're going to be able to also have a guarantee or a non-guarantee lifetime annuity. What's the difference? So the difference between the two is a lifetime annuity, guaranteed, means you guarantee it for a certain period of time. So let's say you want to guarantee the annuity for 10 years, 20 years, whatever it is. If you pass away throughout or during that guaranteed period, what will happen is, if you have a spouse, the annuity can be converted over to your spouse, and your spouse is now going to get those payments. If you don't have a spouse, and you have, let's say, children or another beneficiary, during that guarantee period, they're going to get an amount. They're not going to get the annuity. They're not going to get these payments. That's only specifically for a spouse. So what will happen at this point is that amount will be paid out in a lump sum. So they're going to calculate depending on how much time was left over on that guarantee period, and the actuaries do their calculations. So that's where they're going to come up with the amount that it would be for that lump sum. So a lot of you are saying, well, why wouldn't everybody take a guaranteed life annuity? Well, it's because with a non-guaranteed annuity, what'll happen is you're actually going to have a bigger amount from the beginning. That monthly payment will be much higher. I say much higher. It can be much higher, but it's definitely going to be higher. So some people might say, well, listen, I don't have a spouse, I don't have kids, all my family are taken care of, and I rather use this money to enjoy life, make sure I never run out, so I'm not going to guarantee it. So what happens in that case? Well, from the get-go, the amount's going to be a lot higher than if they had a guarantee annuity. At the same time, it works the same. If they live to 80, 90, 100, 120, they're going to get that amount. Now, the non-guaranteed part is if they start the annuity today and 6 months from now they pass away, well, the company that has issued the annuity keeps the entirety of the remaining amount. So it's kind of a risk, but at the same time, it might not be that bad of a risk if, like I said, you don't have a spouse, you don't have kids, or they're all well taken care of. Maybe you have life insurance and things to take care of them in that aspect, and you just want to make sure that you're very comfortable, let's say through your retirement, then this is an excellent way to do it. So, you definitely want to sit down with a financial advisor and go over all these options just to make sure that, you're getting the right advice, you're going the right direction. But these are kind of guidelines. So if you have any questions or want to find out more or want a second opinion, feel free to call me, email me, text, PM, whatever it is. So everybody, thank you again for your continuous support. It's very much appreciated. And I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, a happy long weekend. Enjoy it. I'm sure it's well deserved. And get ready. Tuesday morning, the first episode of Rapid Fire with Patrick. So that's 2.5 minutes of a lot of these conversations with just the bullet points for those of you just want it quick and fast. So appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.